Hi, happy Thursday. I'm coming back with another video for y'all. Yay. Today I want to talk about staying here and how to want to stay here. I've been having a few people in my work come up to me and tell me they don't want to be here anymore. And I totally understand that. I'm going to share a little bit about my experience with that and what helps me stay here on the earth in my life. First, I'll also say if you're suicidal, like actively, I'm going to put the number for the National Suicide Hotline in the description. Please call them. I've called hotlines in various times of my healing journey, and they are really lovely people that work at those places. So just call them if you need to. You're not alone. So anyway, my first experience with not wanting to be here on the earth was after my trauma. I was like super suicidal, not like actively suicidal until like 8 years after my trauma, but I was like, I don't want to be here. I was super depressed and very traumatized. And I got more actively suicidal around age 20. And then I got a lot of therapy and I stayed. Obviously, I'm really glad I did because life always gets better. So that was like my physical life had been really rough and an emotional life. And that made me want to check out and like not be here. But I stayed. I'm really glad I did. Then I had my spiritual experiences in my 20s that showed me that there was like a super beautiful realm just on the other side somewhere. You know, I had all this light surround me. I had all these angels I felt and all this total beauty. And I was just like, well, now I don't want to be here because there's something really beautiful on the other side. And I'd rather go be over there. Because look at this earth and this like society is like such a bummer sometimes. Um, and so that was the other side of it, was having felt all the beauty and then wanting to just escape to that place, which eventually I've learned is a place we can create right here in our own lives. And I'm going to tell you some ways that I do that. I also wanted to say first too, like it's a really common aspect of having had a near death or spiritually transformative experience that like people end up longing for heaven. They never feel like they're home again. They felt so much connection and so much love that it's just like this forever longing. But we came to earth for a reason. In my belief system that I've developed over years of healing and spiritual experiences, like we choose our lives, we choose how we're born, and we choose to come here. We choose to be born. We all choose, our souls chose to be born onto this planet at this time. You don't have to believe that, but I do. And if you have questions about it, you should watch. I know I always talk about Betty. She doesn't ask me to do this, but Betty has a really good near-death experience where I'll link that to where she saw her pre-birth plan and how she planned her birth in her life. I don't have memories of that, but I do believe, I saw glimpses of a heavenly realm in my spiritual experiences. And it was like, okay, so this place really sucks compared to that, but it actually doesn't. We're supposed to be creating that here. And the more that we do, the more that we each actively do our healing work and we do the work to create heaven on earth, the more it's going to be much easier to live here and stay here. I mean, I have heard, if it makes you feel better, I don't know what y'all's belief systems are, but I've read that Earth is like one of the less evolved planets in the whole galactic community. We're like pretty low down there because we're still warring and not being, not experiencing oneness. Like truly evolved societies live a principle of oneness, and they would never harm another person or being. And I think, I honestly think even if you haven't had a near death or spiritual experience, we have soul memories of like heavenly spaces. So you know that it's wrong when people are killing and hurting each other. We feel it, like it's viscerally wrong, especially if you are a sensitive person or you feel more tuned into like your soul, I think, and you're not as focused on the human side of things. I also believe that about the environment. I have friends that work in the environment and get really sad about the state of the planet, and I do too. But then I think partially that's because we have soul memories of what heaven looks like, even if you don't consciously remember it because you didn't have a near-death experience. I've never seen it with my own eyes, but like I've read that there's like, the beautiful greenest grass, the meadows, like the water, it's all completely heavenly, beautiful space in heaven, like the nature space. And then you're on the earth, like, look at this, doesn't look very good. Like we're just, many are actively destroying the environment, but there's also people rebuilding the environment. Anyway, So I'm going to so those are some thoughts about it, like times I have not wanted to stay here. And then once my spiritual experiences ended, I know I talk about this period a lot, but I really didn't want to be here because I was like, I don't know why I'm still here. Heaven, whatever I just felt is like so much better. Please come take me. Please come take me. It was like, and I didn't, I'm still here, obviously. So here's how I ended up staying once I accepted my experiences when I wasn't in denial of them. So things that make it easier for me to stay here, I have to have a meditation practice where I get tuned into my soul over my human life, because the human life can really take over. We have jobs, we have families, I have like stuff going on, and it's easy just to forget about that other realm and just be like such a human and then I forget to be tuned into it. So I do a meditation practice every day, like where I breathe light through my body. And I am going to share that meditation hopefully today or this week. And then I really feel that heavenly space that I felt in my spiritual experience. It's like a purely very beautiful light-filled space where everything feels super right. And I get there from that meditation. I get there sometimes if I eat really healthy food, or I sometimes fast, but I don't do that very often. But Dolly Parton's talked about how when she fasts, she feels a lot of peace and gets clarity on stuff so what's right for you, but not having a bunch of stimulants or like just kind of taking it easy and eating clean for a while, I'll get a lot of clarity that way and feel a lot of light. I think the point is that we are the light, or we are like we do exist in a state of peace, but like when we come down here, there's just so much frequency of the earth, and it's just like kind of clearing that. So eating the healthy food, breathing the light in, and being rebalanced into that space. Other spiritual practices I do like regularly. I do automatic writing and journaling. I read uplifting books. I get around people that are uplifting, like spiritual community. I go to different Zoom groups, and I have different friends I'm making here in Denver that help me. Also, the IANS group, Speaking in Boulder, was like so awesome. So I got to really connect with those people, and it really feels like being home because everyone else understands and has had other experiences or is interested in those experiences. And that feels super good and really uplifting. So doing all those practices really helps. Being in nature really helps. What helps you is going to probably be a little different than what helps me, but I think you just have to be committed to doing some kind of spiritual practice that brings you back into balance. It could also be like walking, yoga, Pilates, or just moving your body in a peaceful way, or tapping. Like when I do stuff like that, especially when I get back into my yoga practice, which I've been doing a little bit lately, I feel so much light back in myself. And I think that's just something that vibes with me in my life. Yeah. I don't know. There's just, you have to do things that help your soul. And that can be, whatever helps you. But and you'll know that place of peace and light. You'll feel it and you'll be like, oh, this is that place. So let's all try to stay here. I told people when they came up to me that they didn't want to be here. I was like, you got to stay. We got to all stay. We got to be here. We chose this. Because like also the really sensitive people, we have a harder time because we're just tuning into stuff that can be really tough. You got to tune in, to the heavenly realms and to the light frequencies and then share it. Yeah. It's not always easy to be here, but I think it is rewarding. And I'm really glad I've stayed. And I'm really thankful that I can share these things with y'all. I hope they help you. You're not alone in wishing that, like, if you are wishing to not be here, you're not alone. We are all here together. And I think, when the sensitive people, we get our practices together and we like uplift and bring love into our lives and other people's lives, then maybe the earth will get a lot better and we won't want to peace out on the planet all the time. Anyway, I'm thinking of y'all. I hope this video helped you. I'll share my light meditation that I do. And, just that heavenly realm is real. And I guess I only know what it feels like because of my spiritual experience, but I can always tell when I'm getting back into alignment with it. And it feels really, really beautiful. So I want us all to feel it. And it just takes time to connect with it. And then it can be in your life more often once you kind of reconnect. I think we can all do it. And I think we can really create a better planet when we do that. So, okay, does that help? I hope that helps. That's how I've decided to stay here, or what has helped make it easier for me to stay here is having all those different practices. I would love to hear what practices help you feel like you want to stay, or help you feel that light, help you feel connected. There's so many beautiful things out there that you can do to get in alignment or realignment. So I would love to hear what you do. I also like to light candles and like, I don't know, there's like so many things. Anyway, I love y'all so much and I hope you have the most beautiful day, and I will see you next week, and I will upload my light meditation shortly, hopefully today or tomorrow. Okay, bye.